Happy morning and a wonderful evening to all masters here. So welcome you for today's meditation and wisdom sharing session by Spiritual Tablets USA. Um, Today, before we go into meditation, there is an interesting topic I want to discuss about because recently I've been rereading one of the favorite books of mine, which is Illusions by Richard Bach. So while I was reading through that chapter 1 of that book, Illusions, which I'll share you. It's a beautiful poem, which is written by Richard Bach in that book. As hope you can see the screen. This is a part of the poem. Yeah. So. Yeah. So before there's a requisite to this poem, why this has to be told in that chapter 1 is that he beautifully starts with a narration of one of the master who was born in a place in Illinois, and he says that he was born and he was born and brought up in a regular lifestyle in the society, the belief systems that we know, the schooling, the studies, whatever we as any normal human being is growing in this society with all those inclinations, all those religious inclinations and belief systems and everything. And suddenly when he starts, his self-realization journey starts, and he understands that he's not just this physical body, but he has been reincarnated, and all his wisdoms and everything, his extrasensory perceptions gets activated, and he starts gaining knowledge, and he becomes more powerful with his wisdom and with his knowledge. And the nearby people start flocking towards him, start coming towards him, because he sees world in a different way, and he's enjoying his life. He's not suffering with whatever he is. He goes on to become a normal carpenter with his tools and mechanic. In fact, he goes on to become a mechanic, a car mechanic with his normal tools and everything. But there's some enigma, some cherishma to him, and people start flocking to him, and he start giving his wisdom that he has learned, in fact, by looking within himself. And then he becomes very big as a personality, and he has to go into the countryside, and there he starts answering people to their questions, and he starts saying to them, there's a beautiful line in the book where he says that within each one of us lies the power of our consent to health and to sickness, to richness, to poverty, to freedom, and to slavery. It is we who control these and no other. When he says this beautiful line, that within each one of us, we are the controllers of our health, our sickness, our rich, being poor. If you want to enjoy freedom, or if you want to be a slave, everything is within us. It is we who are controlling all these parameters. And to that, one of the disciple who sits there says to him that to the master, that I am a millman. And he says that these words are very easy to be spoken by you, master, because you are guided, you are special, but we are not. And you don't need to toil, you don't need to work hard, but I have to work hard, I need to toil, because a man has to work for his living in this world. So this was the answer that was given by one of the disciples. And to that answer, he gives this beautiful poem narration, that once there lived a village of creatures along the bottom of the great crystal river. The current of the river swept silently over them, all young and old, rich and poor, good and evil. The current going on its way, knowing on its own crystal self. Each creature in its own manner clung tightly to the twigs and rocks of the river bottom. For clinging was their way of life, and resisting the current was what each has learned from their birth. But one creature said at last, I'm tired of this clinging. Though I cannot see it with my eyes, I trust that the current knows where it is going. I shall let go and let it take me where it will. Clinging, I shall die of boredom. But other creatures laughed and said, O fool, let go, and that current you worship will throw you tumbled and smashed against the rocks, and you will die quicker than boredom. But one heeded them not, and taking a breath, did let go, and at once was tumbled and smashed by the current across the rocks. Yet in time, as the creature refused to cling again, the current lifted him free from the bottom, and he was bruised and hurt no more. And the creatures downstream, to whom he was a stranger, cried, "See a miracle, a creature like ourselves, yet he flies. See, the Messiah came to save us all." And the one who carried in the current said, "I am no more Messiah than you. The river delights to lift us free if only we dare let go. Our true work is this voyage, this adventure." But they cried no more. They cried more. Savior, all the while clinging to the rocks. And when they looked again, he was gone, and they were left alone, making legends of the Savior. This is a beautiful answer that was given to the question, saying that, you are gifted and everything, you are special, but we have to work hard, we have to do this, we have to do that. This prologue from the Richard Bach's book Illusions, it's very insightful, it's very powerful about the way many people cling to their illusions of reality. And all the while, the stream of life is flowing through all of us. And we are resisting that currents because it is how the way of life we all have been taught. Because for centuries, our civilization that we have been grown up, or we have been reading in our schools, or shown in the TVs, or discussed about, have always chosen as some savior will come, someone will come and save us, or we always look upon these deities as special people. Not only these religious figures like Jesus or Buddha, but also, athletes or musicians or even the actors. We always focus on their goodnesses, how they've achieved their enlightenment or their successes or their insights, but still we keep on clinging to the rocks of our own personal fears and our own limiting beliefs that restrict our lives. We are never letting go of those rocks. Here, clinging to those rocks is nothing but what the author want to express, that you are not letting go of your thoughts, you are not letting go of your negative limiting beliefs. How many ever Jesuses will walk on this earth, how many ever Patri sirs will walk on this earth, how many ever Buddhas will walk on this earth, unless and until we let go of these limiting, we let go of this idea that we are, we are looking for someone to come and save us, is something which will restrict our path towards enlightenment. And especially in the times of olden times, especially in the times of Jesus, they used to believe that, the earth used to be very flat and it is the center of the universe. And when Columbus, when people always, there was a resistance to something new to thinking out of the box. And even something that is out of the belief system that they were having at that time. Even when Columbus said that, I can reach India by traveling west, he was thrown out of Italy. So he had to go to Spain and convince the monarch there, finally got his boats and went to west, landed up in America. But, these out of box thinking, people who have thought that this is something more to life, there is something more, using our intellect. We have never, when we stop using our intellect, as Patri sir says, the human being is very special, that we need to start using our intellect, stop being a slave to another person. You can be your own savior, be that concept of Apo Dipo Bhava that is told by Patri sir when he says that no one is coming here to save you. Neither me, no one is going to help you. It is your journey. Only a guru will show you a path. But that whole journey on the walking on the path, facing your demons, is facing your dragons or whatever it is you who have to face it. There will be a lending hand that will help you, but the steps have to be taken by yourself. But we always look upon some person is going to come and some person is going to save us. And we always worry, Jesus also at that point of time, there's a beautiful statement in the Bible where it says that a man at those times is always worried about his money, his clothing, his food. Human being has not come into this existence, into this physical body, for not those things, not worrying about them, not feeling anxious about them. But there is more to this human living. Every day when we get up from our bed, at today's point of time, we worry about what's happening around, how much the gas price is going to be. They say there's going to be an inflation very soon. So how am I going to live it? So all these anxieties, all these worries, everything is draining our energy left and right. And we are always looking for something miracle to come out, to happen. And we are always worried what if that, what if something disaster going to happen, who is going to save us? We have completely let go have given the power of living to someone else. We have forgotten that we are created in the likeness of God, and we are God ourselves. And that idea is something which is very difficult to think upon. And when this beautiful statement given by Patri sir, I love the way he says that, why don't you start experimenting with what you are truly? Stop listening to people and start experimenting and experiencing it. And that's how I journeyed my 40 years, by experimenting. And that's how I reached my enlightenment. So be serious of what you want to do. Stop clinging to your own beliefs. Come out, take the choice, believe in this flow of the river, the crystal river that is talking about in this beautiful statement here is nothing but your higher self. It's your divinity that is knocking you every time, saying that, dude, listen to me. It's right. Whatever the decision that you're gonna take, that we are gonna take now, depends upon how inclined are we towards our inner self. But we are so worried, so anxious about what's happening around us, still clinging to those rocks. And whenever someone who, as said in this poem, takes that choice, takes that door, or thinks that it's high time that I start looking life in another way, looking life more than to this materialistic world. And when they start their spiritual journey and they reach their enlightenment, we see them as saviors, we see them as messiahs who have come and walked. But for them, when they see us, they say that we were like you. Why don't you listen? Start listening to your heart. Stop clinging to your rocks or your limiting beliefs, and stop seeing us as your saviors. But you yourself have to be your own savior. No one is going to help you here. And there's a beautiful statement given by Gita. In Gita, I wanted to talk about it, which says that it's in the chapter 6, verse 5, which says that, everyone needs to elevate yourself, because we need to elevate yourself. You need to elevate yourself with the power of your mind, and never because that mind has that power either to degrade you, or that mind can make an enemy of yourself. So we ourselves are responsible for our own elevation and our own debasement. And nobody can transfer this. Definitely nobody can help you bring God realization to you other than you. Of course, there are saints and gurus who have worked always on this beautiful Mother Earth, but everyone is walking, showing us that, we were like you and we have reached this state, and you also can do that. And there's beautiful saying in this Hindi, I don't remember the author who has said it, but he told that there are two birds who are sitting on the tree. One was guru and one was disciple. And the guru will descend by his own work, and the disciple will also have to climb that, or get out of come out of the tree by his own work. So it's our own choices, and the respective consequences that come later determines our path. So we need to start looking into ourselves. We need to stop clinging to those locks and seeing the other person as some miracle happen, but we are the miracle in progress once we start looking into ourselves. Because as Jesus said, the kingdom of, first you try to see inside you, try to see that kingdom of God within you. Because once you realize that there is this higher self and you are that creature made in likeness of God, then everything, the whole world looks in a different way, because it is you who are creating your own reality. So this is more or less, I just wanted to talk on this particular phrase from this book, Illusions. So anyone wants to talk on this concept, please do. Thank you. So yeah, masters, any sharings on this idea of clinging to our own rocks, not leaving those rocks, whether be it's how you look at the people around, still clinging on to your own griefs, own sorrows. Why are you not able to let go of them? So anything, any discussion on it, please definitely talk, give your inputs on it. So that was a beautiful poem I liked from the book Illusions, which I wanted to share here today. Yeah, Indu ma'am.
Hello, Ravili ma'am. I'm thank you so much. I'm so sorry. I just joined, so I have no background about the topic which was being discussed today.
Okay.
But since you asked this question, I just wanted to ask you, like, what about the rocks, or like what about the griefs which are ongoing, like, which, like, griefs which are like, sorrows, like, sorrows, like, which are, like, which are gone by, like, sorrows like death. So they are done, and you can, with the passage of time, probably, I'm not too sure, like, probably, like, you can get over with. There are such, like, for example, like, for, like, you problems with mother-in-law, they would, with the passage of time, either you'll become mature or she will become mature, and they will go away, or with certain time. But there are certain things which are ongoing every single day. So how do we overcome those? Or, like, if you have to say anything about that. I
Oh,
don't
that's
even
it.
know, like, whether that is, like, connected with the topic which you are discussing.
Yeah, that's a beautiful question. Yeah, it's definitely somewhere connected to this topic that you're discussing. But we need to understand that I think when we are living in this materialistic side of world, of course, I understand the way of thinking that we have is different. But when we have this spiritual aspect coming into our life, when we see the world through the true spiritual signs, we are emotional beings. Definitely we go through, we get hurt or we feel bad when things happen in that way, because we are emotional beings. We can't say, or we can't be that naive enough to say that okay, whatever they're shouting, I can take it without any um, emotion towards it. But how long do you want to stay in that emotion is your choice, because we understand that we are a soul. We have come here not to enjoy riches, or not to be slave to someone, or not to become what do you say, uh, some other things. But we are here on this physical reality to have an adventure, to go through experiences, to see life in itself uh, with real soul essence. And when we understand that whatever we are sowing, we are reaping, whatever choices that we have taken, the consequences we have to bear it. And that when we understand that, then every choice that we take in our life becomes very clear to us. We are on go head on to face the consequences that come onto our side. Then we don't feel all those emotions for a longer time. But I would say that all these negative emotions then naturally come to us. But it takes strength, and it takes great choice to be happy every day. So whatever you want to stay with, whatever is happening with your life, it's purely your choice. Do you want to stay in those grief? Do you want to hate the other person? Or do you want to forgive and let go and move on with your life, enjoy your life, and see how beautiful this life is gonna be? It's purely dependent upon us. So I would give you in that way the answer. Anyone wants to share, please.
Yeah, thank you so much, ma'am. I'm of course, like, I'm convinced, and already the way you are saying that, every single day it's your choice whether you would want to, you know, uh, like, what do you want to choose in your life. So I understand that. But what if, like, on daily basis, you you face that problem, and then, you choose to be happy, and then the next day you face that problem being, then, you get, of course, then, you break down. And then, and then again, like, the next day comes, then again, like, you embrace the situation, and then you become happy. but it's a struggle. And what do you say about it? Like, does it go like that, and there would be a time when you'll become consistently happy, or is there another way?
Ravli ma'am, 1 minute.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, Indu ma'am, let me share.
Yes, Ashok sir.
Yeah, let me share my 2 cents on this topic.
Uh-huh.
So let us go back and take your example of mother-in-law, or father-in-law, or mother, father, or husband, or kids.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
You always think in one way, that how your husband needs to be, how your kids needs to be, how your father-in-law, or mother-in-law, or father, mother needs to be once you are grown up. So how they need to play along with you. Yes, because that is the drama that what happens in and outside of us. When you are going to have certain expectations about all these characters around you, then you are going to have a lot of problems. This is what my understanding is when I came into the spiritual path. So that expectations, we are supposed to take it off first thing.
Okay.
So if we are going to take off the expectations on these particular characters around in ourselves, which is going to be a big drama that what we play in this universe, so we are going to be fine. But at the same time, then when we are living with in this Kutumba Dharma, which is in the family life and the materialistic life, then you are going to have your friends, you are going to have your colleagues, and whoever you are working with, or whoever you are going along with. So if they say something against whatever it is, but if you are going to make an attachment to that particular statement, whether it is your mother-in-law, father-in-law, doesn't matter whoever it is, but if you are going to stick on to it, and if you are going to make a journey with it, then you are going to be again being into the stressful mode, and you are going to have a lot of negative energy, which is going to, because you are never accepting them as is, and they were always struggling. Yeah, they said this, they said that, even though I made this curry so nicely, and my husband said that upu is not good, karam is not good, or that is not good, that this is not good, taste is not good. So just leave it. You don't need to worry about it, because you need to just make, and you just need to feel happy that you made the curry for your family. That's all. How
Doing
it
your
is going to be
karma.
tasted for them, that is up to them. So once we leave that, then we are going to be fine. So that's what I have learned very strongly from the last few months,
So
or
no
the last 1 year. No expectations.
So no expectations. Yes,
Yep.
yes. No, that's a very beautiful concept, and I have to write down on my somewhere in the vision board, like, no expectations. Yeah, thank you so much, sir. That is.
So, Ravi here, Indu ma'am, in this scenario,
Yes, Ravi sir.
Who is the victim? You, right? You are letting others manipulate you. You are trying to, they may be right or wrong, but you need to have the strong willpower. Stick to yourself. Put your ego aside. Try to ignore. We need to ignore some people around us. You pretend like you're listening, but nothing should get into you. The fence concept, right?
Right.
I know it's easier
The
said
thing
than
is,
done,
Ravi
but
sir. Yeah, no, Ravi sir. Yeah, Ravi sir. The thing is, it's not the ego which disrupts my peace of mind.
okay.
It's more of fear. So
Yeah.
it's something like different. So but yeah, of course, like when the expectations are not there, when I I can take care of those expectations, then probably I may be able to when
Whatever suffering grief, and they are not getting impacted, just you getting impacted because of the actions that they are doing, right? That's what like Ravali ma'am's question, right? Do you want to continue to go over that grief, or do you want to accept them as they are? They may be doing that as part of their karma, right? But with all the spiritual knowledge, you have the free will, not to affect your soul plan or whatever you want to do.
True.
Right? So basically, here in this case, their actions are affecting you.
Right.
So I think, it's hard, but if you practice it for a while, and then it's like a wall, right? If I'm hitting a ball with the wall against the wall, what will happen to the wall? So let's assume that the people around you are the walls, and they're coming and hitting against the wall, and you're a wall. No, beautiful and all, that's different, but you just take this analogy. Right?
Yeah.
So if you have that kind of a mindset, if you develop that mindset, you can deal with anybody around you, work, home, relatives, friends. We are, we are all different creatures, right? Again, world is a stage full of actors. Each actor has a different script to play.
Yeah.
So
No, I got it. Thank you so much, sir, and thank you so much, ma'am. And I really, really want to share just one last thing, not share, wanted all you beautiful souls blessings. It's my daughter's 13th birthday tomorrow, and she really needs all of your blessings. She is going through a tough.
We'll
I
do a
would
special
really request you to have the blessings.
we'll do a special class and bring her to the class, and we will just do meditation along with her.
Sure, absolutely. Thank you so
Yeah.
much, sir.
And one more thing to add, Indu ma'am, after a
Yes.
very long time, I forced myself to read a Bond book again because I stopped doing reading from a long time. And the one that I started is The Power of Emotion, which is Bhavana Shakti. So there it says in one of the pages, the fear is one of the biggest negative emotion, okay, which is going to create a lot of emotions out of it. Okay. So if you are going to let go your fear, then you are going to be fine with everything, because with expectations is one thing, but on top of everything, he's been talking about, Arvind sir has been talking about, whoever is the author of that book, he's talking about fear. And to compensate that one, you just need to go along with love. So if you are going to bring your compassion and love towards systems, process, humans and plants and minerals and whatnot, animals and all of that stuff, then you are going to overcome that. So he is talking all the time about fear.
Okay.
Very good morning
So,
to
Yes,
all.
to continue with that, Jagruti ma'am.
Yeah.
I just wanted to add what Ashok sir has said in respect to what Indu ma'am is talked about on fear and on love. First of all, I would say, Indu ma'am, it requires a lot of practice for whatever we have discussed about, because we
absolutely,
are
yes, yeah.
a part of nervous system that gets triggered easily because of the habitual patterns that we have been used to. So on due practice that, as sir said, Ashok sir said, moving away from attachment, detaching yourself, not clinging on to those rocks, but trying to move away and letting go of those emotions, it requires a lot of everyday practice. It doesn't come overnight.
Absolutely, absolutely. I totally agree.
So
Yeah.
don't try to judge yourself that why am I doing it. When you feel like crying, just cry it, but make sure that the work is in progress. So when you are in the work in progress, that definitely will happen. It might take 5 years or 6 years, depending on how deep you have been attached to those belief system or that emotions of attachments. Slowly, you will be letting go each finger at a time. And the other thing I wanted to say with respect to what sir has said, when I was meditating one of these days, I got this understanding, there's a content that came into my mind during meditation saying that this whole world is created in two aspects. One is love and one is through fear. And love is your joy, is your compassion and everything, oneness and everything comes under that category of love. And in the category of fear, it's your anger, your judgment, your grief, your not able to forgive people, your attachments, everything comes under the aspect of fear. So a man will either work through fear or will work through love. Pure unconditional love. Now they say love, but there is still attachments and clinging, possessiveness. That is not love. That comes through fear. So unconditional love, giving the person free flow of making him think or take his own decisions is something which is called unconditional love. Now what happens is that what do you say, that content that came at that time was that we are using this cosmic energy every day. And we are creating our own reality. That's how we know, right? We are creating our own reality. Now we are borrowing that cosmic energy and we are either creating a palace of fear or a palace of love. Or you're creating a world of fear for yourself or a world of love around you. Now what happens is that if you're creating a world of love, the energy flow between the universe and you is happening very freely. But when you're creating the world of fear, the energy flow is not happening freely through you into the universe, because your universe is all of unconditional love. The fear can't go back. Now who is going to transmute it? You have to transmute it because you created it.
So Ravali ma'am, I want to make a statement. Love is being more in the present, and fears mostly in the past or in the future. Worrying about something happened in the past, mostly, or worrying about something that's going to happen.
Yes, we build our world
Yeah,
around, we live in that world. If you are worrying about your past or you're being anxious about your future, that's how if you're living, then you
yeah,
are creating a world of fear. But you're
yeah,
living in a present moment, with enjoying everything, you're living in a world of love
yeah,
and compassion. Now we need to see how we are transmitting that energy. We might say that why is this things coming to me? Why are these things happening to me? Because at a time you have created a world of fear. Now you have to transmute it through that fear into love. So start forgiving people, start forgiving yourself, start letting
yeah.
go of those things. When you do that, that energy transmutes into love.
This is what I would suggest to Indu ma'am. You write down every time something is triggering, this grief and other negative emotions. Write down on a journal and see, what you're doing to overcome that. If you are getting a similar experience or emotion when you write down the next time, if you can tally it, are you practicing anything to, overcome that or not? If the same things are happening again and again, that means you have to adjust your practice.
So sir, my problem is, I'm so sorry, I'm holding everybody back.
No.
My problem is, it's I exactly know what's going on with me. I exactly know there is no one, like my God, thank God, there is no one I need to forgive, or there is no one, I've never been that kind of a person, who needs to forgive anyone. I feel that, everyone is everyone is God. So everyone has that part of God in everybody. Even though somebody says something to me, it's something it's something very natural. But it's not about that. It's about fear about the future, what will happen if, and I don't know what to do about those fears. So
Yeah.
I would generalize, okay, I will write general it, okay, the fear is originating from this thing. Okay, my child is doing this thing, and I'll just write, okay, this is what she is doing, and I'm fearful that this will happen to her in future. So these are the fears, and I don't know what to do and how to overcome this fear.
Ma'am, Ravli ma'am, can I add few lines
Yes.
to this?
Yeah, Jagruti ma'am. Yeah, please.
Yeah. Very good morning to and very good evening to all of you. Uh, I was in the same situation like Indu ma'am, but since I have started attending these spiritual wisdom classes since last 2 years, I have learned, as very beautifully and rightly said by Ravli ma'am, love is the highest frequency. If we resonate with love in each and every moment, we resonate at so high frequency that anything said about us, positive or negative, positive, definitely we have to take it in a very welcoming way. But anything negative said about us, criticism, anything, it is it doesn't affect at all. uh, and one more thing is that if we do heart coherence to all our surrounding, all living, non-living things, because we are the part of this universe, as said by Patrisa, that we have to do friendship with everything, all minerals, plants, everybody. We resonate at so high frequency that, as shared by Hindu ma'am now, nothing matters, no fear, no, we are not left with any fear, any guilt, nothing. And whatever we become by resonating at high frequency, the same we attract from the universe. So I would like to tell Indu ma'am that your fear, everything, phobia, fears, everything will disappear once you start practicing heart coherence, like sharing love. And this can be proved from a very small incident. Like two neighbors were there. One neighbor, he used to daily keep a garbage bag at the door of his neighbor for many days. And the other one, he daily used to open his door and see, used to see the garbage bag, but he used to keep a flower bouquet at his neighbor's door. And after a few days, they both became so good friends, because though one was keeping the garbage bag, and the other, he reciprocated very beautifully. He uh, he talked very loving words and behaved very nicely while meeting, while going out and in the building. building that after some days they become very good friends. So it is experienced and shared by most of the people in my group wherever I'm attending the classes, that love is the highest frequency and it can change everything, our emotions, everything, our frequency. So this is definitely right, as said by Ravli ma'am, that we have to share, we have to do heart coherence every moment, and we become
Wonderful,
free of
wonderful,
all these
wonderful.
lower frequencies. Because if we fall to see these low frequencies like guilt, fear, and hurt and all this, we become vulnerable
Mhm.
to many ailments. As you know that
Right,
our energies
right, of course.
get drained, and we become vulnerable to all these negative uh, incoming impulses, we can say. And these slowly, gradually, they enter our aura, energy field, and then after a few months they also affect our physical body, and only we become the victim of different ailments. So
Right.
only this one word is enough to practice, like love, sharing love.
Absolutely. Yes, thank you. Thank you so much for reminding me this again. Like, thank you so much. I really, really appreciate Jagriti ma'am. Love, heart coherence, and acceptance, and no expectations. So thank you so much for all these answers. And yes, from the past 2 years, I have I am a hugely changed person. I was a person who used to live constantly in guilt. I'm a person now, of course, I'm practicing heart coherence and I forget, but masters like you keep reminding me, and thank you so much for that. Yes, thank you.
Yeah, yeah. Thank you, Indu ma'am. But I would say one thing definitely, if you're still feeling any kind of guilt, any kind of fear, then I would definitely
Fear,
say
yes, no guilt.
you need to start forgiving yourself. There's so much forgiveness
Yeah,
that you need to
okay,
ask for yourself, because there's so
okay,
much
all right.
unworthiness you are feeling somewhere, because these low-lying emotions don't just pop up. So there is so much
Mm-hmm.
that you need to work on to yourself. There's so much you might say that I haven't hurt anyone, or I haven't talked something or felt something about anyone else, but these kind of emotions don't just pop up like that. They are coming into your auric field, or you're feeling those emotions because there is something that you need to work, at least see into yourself, because there is so much that you're feeling for yourself. Emotion like guilt comes out of unworthiness. An emotion like what do you say, attachments, all these things comes from fear. All these things are coming
Mm-hmm.
from back of love for yourself. So we need to work
Okay.
on ourselves. Stop looking around people, but see yourself, what you truly are. What is your thinking pattern? What is triggering you? Because sometimes when people, because I rarely would say that, because that's how I'm working on myself. Because I see one of my cousins have got into some really good med school or something. Then a hint of jealousy came into me. I don't feel ashamed to say that, but that's how I felt.
Right, right.
So that is something that triggered me. So there is something that I need to work on myself. So why am I not feeling happy, or why am I not feeling joy for the other person? It came to me. So definitely I need to work on myself. So each and every emotion or every interaction that you do with your loved ones or anyone, with respect to your children or anything, whatever things that trigger you, whatever emotion, because you are your true, what do you say, litmus paper. No one knows what's happening in your mind unless you tell it.
Absolutely. Yes, yes,
So
yes,
you
yes.
need to be very
Absolutely.
true
Yeah.
to yourself. And when you start facing your demons, when you start working on them, then only you'll start walking that path. Then only you'll see the progress. Otherwise, we try to cover ourselves in this false face, and we try to live with what we are, trying to not be true to ourselves. There's so much layers that we start
Right,
peeling. We'll see our true self.
right, 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 right. Yeah. Thank you so much again. Thank you. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Um, yeah. Masters, there are no more sharings. I will go into meditation today. Okay, masters, just sit in the most comfortable position. Relax your physical body. Close your eyes. Interlock your fingers. Crisscross your legs. Take the back support if you want. Drink some water. and sit in the most comfortable position. Start observing your physical body. Bring that awareness and try to connect with your physical body. Observe your eyes. Breathe in and breathe out comfortably at your own pace. No forceful inhalation, no forceful exhalation. Just let the normal rhythmic breathing happen and start observing each and every body part. Start your body scanning. Observe your eyes. Feel the sensations. See what your eyes are speaking to you. Observe your ears, your cheeks, your jawline. Slowly scan these parts of your face by taking that normal, natural breath. Observe your neck. Your front, your back, the sides of your neck. Just observe your beautiful, slender neck. Observe your arms. Your shoulders. Your hand. Palms. Your fingers. Just scan gently at your own comfortable pace. Start observing each and every part. Observe your back. Scan your upper back, your lower back. Bring that awareness onto your back. Observe it. Observe your chest, your stomach. Scan your chest and your stomach region. Bring that awareness. Feel what's happening when you take that inhalation and exhalation. Connect to your physical body. Feel the sensations. Observe your hips, your hip joint, your lower legs, your feet. Just scan entire lower part of your body slowly by taking that rhythmic inhalation and exhalation. Bring that awareness, connect to your physical body. Now take a deep inhalation. Fill your lungs. Start scanning your entire body at your own comfortable pace. Slowly exhale. Just keep on scanning your physical body for the next couple of breaths. Beautiful. Now, masters, let us go back to our Anapanasati meditation. Ana means in breath, Apana means out breath. Sati is being with that breath, observing the breath. No forceful inhalation, no forceful exhalation. Just observe that natural flow of breath that's happening. Observe that in breath and observe that out breath. Just observe. You might get thoughts, you might get carried away by those thoughts. It's okay. Whenever you become aware, just come back and start observing your breath. Be with your breath for the next few minutes. Observe your breath. Masters, let us express our gratitude to this moment, to this wonderful time where we get to meditate, to be with our true self. Letting go of all those baggages of grief, of sorrow, just being with ourselves, embracing the moment. So express your gratitude to this moment, to this time. Express your gratitude to yourself, to your physical body, each and every cell and organ system of your body, tirelessly working for us. Say thank you to your divine body. Express your gratitude to wonderful soul family that we get together every day to meditate, to raise the vibration of this group consciousness with love, with compassion, and with joy. Express your gratitude to each and every person who has meditated with you today. Express your gratitude to your parents, mother, to your father. Express your gratitude to your guru, the teacher, the master who's come into your life, brought this idea, this aspect of spirituality into your life. Start your meditation. Express your gratitude to that master. Express your gratitude to all the masters, books that you get to read, the great wisdom that you get to learn from them. Express your gratitude to your higher self, to your soul that is constantly guiding you, showering that unconditional love, patting your back, being there for you no matter what. Express your gratitude to your family members, your spouse, to your siblings, to all the people in your life you get to meet every day. Express your gratitude. Say thank you. Send them love. Express your gratitude to your Mother Nature, to the divine creation, the beauty that we get to see every day. Trees, the clouds, the sky, the rainfall, the sun, the moon, the birds, the food we eat, the water we drink, the air we breathe. Shower love, express your gratitude. Be grateful for all the things that you have in your life, for all the people that you get to talk every day. You get to share your experience every day. All the things that you use every day. Be grateful for them. Cherishing this wonderful moment, the great time that we could spend with ourselves through meditation, by journeying our breath with a beautiful smile on your face. Remove your fingers, rub your palms together, Put them onto your beautiful eyes. And open your eyes whenever you're ready with a huge, beautiful smile. Because, masters, happiness is always a choice. No one is coming to help us. We have to save our own self. We need to be our own Messiah. We need to be our own Savior. Start looking into yourself. Start working with yourself. Thank you so much to each and everyone today for giving me this opportunity. Thank you. Have a great, wonderful day, wonderful night. Take care. Lots of love. Thank you, masters. Thank you so much. See you all tomorrow again with beautiful session by the great master. Thank you. Have a wonderful day.